So diet, diet, diet. That's, I think, everything. I think when it comes to balance, that's where you want to be. You just want to be on a good diet. So ketogenic diet for me works. I don't want to go too far into it. I want to make the video really fast. I wanted to update everyone on that video I made, that 25 years on Adderall. That was like a year ago. And talking about in other videos. So just, I want to kind of update where I'm at and where I was and clarity and things like that. I had so many comments too of people saying, "Oh my God, listen to his brain. He just sounds like it's fried." I think it's because I'm also OCD a little bit. So when I'm making a video, I want to sound like perfect, and my voice sounded really old and yada yada yada. And anyways, when you're making a video too, there's so many things that go into making a video. So you'll make one, you'll delete it, make another one, but don't want to carry on. So and it's not like I have a video editor, so it was terrible, but whatever. It got 75,000 views. So kind of updating, as I was going through a struggle in all those videos. So many people are like, wait, one day you're saying to take modafinil, and then the other video you're contradicting yourself and you're saying to take Adderall. What is it? Which one is it, Josh? And it's like, I know I made a mistake. My bad. I'm human. I didn't know. I was doing whatever I could to figure everything out. Like, I knew I wanted to quit Adderall, but you could want to quit anything. If you want to quit drinking, go ahead. But there's going to be a struggle there. So I was trying different things, like the every other day method, the modafinil method. These were all just methods of me just trying to figure out, well, what does Josh need, to get through this? One of the things that, as I'm maturing and growing, it's been a long time. So it's been like over, I don't know, we'll say in the last year, I've probably done Adderall. I've taken like one Adderall pill, maybe twice. I have a lot of friends who have prescribed it. My mom's prescribed it. But in the last 6 months, I haven't taken it at all. It is difficult to just stop doing. However, it's not if you are on a diet. So for me, my diet, and I'm not a doctor either, but I really started because I have an obsessive personality, an ADD-like personality. Whatever I cling to anyways, there's a hyper focus there, and that's kind of like Adderall. It can maybe help alleviate that or channel that properly. So what I ended up doing was, I knew I didn't like the side effects of Adderall, and I've already went through kind of what those all are, and so I won't do that and bore you with that, but I didn't like the way it was making me feel, especially as I got older. The way it made me feel when I was 14, or compared to the way it made me feel when I was 24, compared to the way it made me feel when I was like 32, completely different. And I had a really good video where I talked about, I love the way it makes me feel on day one. Right. So day one meaning if you haven't taken it in a few months, day one's great. Profound effects. This video I want to just update you on diet and insulin and things like this. When you're not spiking insulin and you're on, let's say, a ketogenic diet, I'm not saying that's the best diet. There's vegans out there, that could be your diet, but whatever. But let's say you're not just playing with your insulin and spiking it all the time. So when you're not doing that, your emotions stabilize a lot more. Depression kind of leaves, anxiety leaves, things like that. And if you add exercise, of course, you're going to get natural dopamine. But even on a really good diet, your dopamine levels stay like this. They just stay at a constant 7 on a 1 to 10. I think I've done this in a video, but I'll do it again. When you're taking Adderall, your dopamine levels can go to a 10. So let's say you take it. I'll do this real quick and try to follow me. And some of you will understand. Some of you will totally disagree with this, and that's fine. But for me, let's say I take Adderall on Monday. So I'm going to take it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Check this out. On Monday, I take Adderall. All of a sudden, my day is like a 10, a perfect 10. I get all this stuff done. Tuesday, I also take Adderall. And then my day is like another perfect 10 or a 9. We'll just say it's a 9. Then Wednesday I take it, and all of a sudden it drops to like a 6 or a 5. And then by Thursday it drops to like a 2. And then by Friday it drops to like a 2 as well. And next thing you know, you're just like, well, this isn't working. And I think that it's this dopamine system. It stops creating it, right? Well, when you're all natural and you haven't taken Adderall, let's say 6 months, and that when I say I haven't taken anything. I haven't taken any dopamine type substances from modafinil to L-tyrosine, 5-HTP, nothing in like 6 months. So one of the things I want to say is I've just been on a ketogenic diet for a few months now, for several months, and on and off, and I've noticed that's been working. I do take fish oil and I do take vitamin D, and I work out. What happens is, check this out. Pretend if you were to take an Adderall and then go for a 2-hour jog or a 2-mile jog, and then do a really badass workout, and then get a bunch of errands done or in your house, you're never going to forget that. Remember this. This is so important. You'll never forget those positive things. It's up because your brain's kind of like 1 and 1 is 2. It's doing math. It's saying, oh, took pill, did a bunch of positive things. Wow, this works. Here's where it gets interesting now. All right, I haven't taken it in 6 months. I woke up this morning. I went for a run. I ran 2.5 miles. When I was done, I did a really good workout. I got a lot of errands done today also. Got some work done, did a bunch of errands, got a lot of cleaning done. Here's the thing though. Today I'm sober. I didn't take anything to do any of this. I also don't care. I don't remember. So I am not so what's actually happened is, even though I did a lot of really positive things, for some reason my brain doesn't register Josh did nothing yet, Josh took nothing yet got a lot done, because it doesn't care. So that's what I think is the biggest problem with Adderall is you could do one positive, you could just run 2 miles, let's say, or vacuum the house, whatever it is, right? And if you took Adderall to do that, oh my God. It's like, even if then you only vacuumed or only did the run and then absolutely were a bump on a log and just slept the rest of the day, you don't remember all the negative things that Adderall does as much as you will remember the positive things. If you could take anything from this message that I'm sending, this long video, sorry, just remember that. And you can use them as a metaphor or analogy. That's how all drugs kind of are, like a heroin addict. I'm sure, I'm not a heroin addict, but I'm sure with a heroin addict, there's a lot of drawbacks when you're doing it. And there's probably a lot of side effects that really suck. But what happens? Why do they keep going back and doing it until some of them eventually overdose and die, and some might get better? But why? Oh, well, it goes back to that one thing. They'll remember that one positive, ultra positive dopaminergic, or whatever you want to call it, dopamine spiked moment, and they'll never forget that. Never. They won't. It's like, but yeah, I've had so many dopamine type spikes today, but I didn't take anything to get them. So I think that's huge. And I think in life, I would say so over my Monday through Friday as a non-Adderall person, non-modafinil person, the whole nine, but ketogenic, my Monday through Friday is like this. On a 1 to 10, it's a constant 7.5 to 8, 7.5 to 8, 7.5 to 8. I never catch a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, or a 6. I very rarely catch a 10, though, either. But every once in a while, I will. But I don't think nothing of it. And that's the evil of taking something. Don't try to... And I've developed a mindset now. It's like the Nike slogan, just do it. I've developed this thing naturally. It's just like, I don't want to go for a run when I wake up, right? But I don't want to take something to do it either. Like, I'm not going to take Jack 3D or take some energy drink or a caffeine shot or something. I've formed this in my head, and you can do this over time. It's just this just do it mentality where you just say, I'm doing it. Take responsibility for your life. That's what I'm trying to do. So I want to help. So I want to let you know, if somebody offered me this advice when I was taking it and could make a video like this, and I could actually watch this video, for those that are struggling already, I'm sure there are people out there where Adderall does benefit them at low doses or high dose, whatever, because I'm not a doctor, remember. I'm nobody, right? But there are other people, though, who are watching this video, and you might be watching this video because you're struggling. And if you're that person and you are struggling right now and you're conflicted on, dude, should I or shouldn't I take a shit? Please, if somebody told me this video and told me right now, I want to tell you, if somebody were to come over to my house right now and offer me, literally, I'm not even joking, I'll give you $200 cash to take one 30-milligram tablet of Adderall, I would say absolutely not. Thank you, though. I've never been that mentally stable in my life to where I could actually honestly say, no, I wouldn't do it for $200. I wouldn't do it for $500. Wouldn't even take it for $500. That's where I'm at now. Because I like who I am now, and I love that I don't take it. Love. Now, I can only tell you, what I want you to get out of this is just keep trucking along, keep trying to figure out, use the other videos, yeah, as trying, like if it's got to be switched to modafinil with 5-HTP L-tyrosine, doing that, that's fine, do that. I think diet will play, I think insulin plays a critical role, though. When you're playing around, when you're eating sugar and carbs and stuff, you're playing around with your glycogen, glucose, you're spiking insulin and I don't think it's good. When you're on a ketogenic diet, you're activating beta-hydroxybutyrate and all this other stuff, which I'm not a doctor, so don't take my advice. Just type under YouTube, ketogenic diet, and you'll know what I'm talking about. You get more sustained clarity energy. That makes sense. It's not a profound energy. It's not dopamine spiked energy. It's just a natural, healthy, this feels good energy. I would be scared like crapless to take Adderall right now. I really would be. Because I don't want to mess with that. I don't want to mess with my hormones. I don't want to mess with my chemicals up here. And that's just who I am, though. And the person I am today, compared to the person I was a year ago, two completely different people. I no longer, another huge positive, I got to finish this up because it's already over 12 minutes, but one huge positive I really latched onto was I no longer have that association. It's kind of like cigarettes, like pick up, this is a habit. I no longer have to say, I need to go and do these errands. I need to take pill, dependent on pill. Pill is my crutch. I'm spitting. And then now I can go get it done. I don't do that anymore. I now say, I need to go do this. I have to just do it. Nike, right? I'm going to do it. And now it's not hard for me to do that anymore. I'm no longer just, I don't want to do it. That whole I don't want to do it, that eventually went away from not taking it for such a long time. I can't tell you how long. Everybody's different. It could be a month. It could be 3 months. But this video's getting way too long, 13 minutes. Sorry for how long it is. Hopefully this helps, and I'll update another one later. Thank you so much for all the subscribers. Thank you for all the views and all the great comments. I'm sorry for all the people that made mad, that love their Adderall. And like I said, everyone's different, to each his own, And for some people, I do know these people too. I want to say this. There are some people who can take it and they do benefit from it. So for those people, I know them. Some people can benefit from a low dose, or even mediocre doses, whatever. But then there's other ones who aren't. And, I don't, and that's the person I am. Thank you. Like, subscribe, the whole nine. Thank you. Bye.